It is very, very unfortunate that the youth is wasted on the young. When people are young, they have enough energy to think, enough energy to do, and enough energy to spend and be spent in things, some of them which are profitable, some of them which are absolutely useless. Have you ever thought in your life, some of us, when we reach this age, and I wonder, if I had this mind, but in a younger body, I think I'll be dead by now. Because the amount of energy you can spend in your mind and you can spend in your body, God in his wisdom has allowed old age to kick in, and then wisdom kicks in with it also. But many times when people are young, we make serious blunders, we make serious mistakes that will leave a lifetime to harvest. I would like us to take up a series where we're looking at a few young people who have lived their lives and learn from them. One of the most and foremost men I would like to talk about are the two twins, that is Jacob and Esau. A couple, Isaac and Rebekah, had children, two sons. One, his name was Esau, the eldest son. Second, his name was Jacob, the younger son. The story, however, does not begin when they are born. The story begins way before they are born. One is a hunter, one is a cook. The one who is a hunter, when he comes out, finally develops a good relationship with the father. And the one who is a cook develops a good relationship with the mother. Maybe let's start first things first and say it is a dangerous thing when parents pick favorites in terms of their children and how they bring them up. Love your children equally. Develop them equally. Expose them equally to opportunities so that you don't develop childish rivalry and teenage rivalry, which can end up resulting in enmity, wars, and etc. When the father wanted to bless the eldest son, as it was a tradition that the eldest son is the one who will be blessed, the father said to the son, go and kill an animal out there in the bush, springbok, as we might understand it, and bring it over. Cook it the way I like it. And after you've cooked the way I like it, bring it over to me. When I have eaten it and I am full, I will bless you. Another principle we must learn from there. You cannot withdraw a blessing, either from God or from the man of God, if you are not willing to go out there and hunt. Bring something that they like, kill it, cook it the way they want to eat it. And after they've eaten it and they're satisfied, they will bless you. Therefore, for you to access a blessing, you must be willing to be a blessing. That's why the Bible says it's more blessed to give than to receive. For it is in giving that you actually receive. And it's a method that many people have not come to understand when it comes to the use of tithes and offerings. They think that they're using tithes and offerings to give to God. Meanwhile, we forget what we give are actually access and passwords that allow us to receive the total amount, if not more, of the investments that we'll have put in. And if you can look through that principle throughout the Bible, it's a well-developed concept that if you want to withdraw something, you must be willing to part with something. The story of Elijah, if you are praying for rain, be willing to part with rain as an offering. If you are looking for money, be willing to part with money. If you're looking for a house, be willing to part with a house. If you're looking for love, be willing to give love. If you're looking for understanding, be willing to give understanding. That which you are looking for, that is what you must be learning to sacrifice. Therefore, it's not proper for you to sit around and fold your arms and expect that you're going to receive things from people and from the world. The very substance which you are looking for, you must be prepared to offer that substance also as an offering. Esau comes with his animal, and he sacrifices it and kills it and he cooks it. But unfortunately to him, the mother had overheard the discussion of the father with the eldest son. Oh, that's a terrible thing. The mother goes to the son and cooks a blessing for the younger son. Principle number 3. Be careful in life. Wait for your chances, young people. Don't rush ahead of God and cook your blessing. God will come through for you. There's no need for you to bring a goat when the father wants a wild animal. But the son, of course, the son being conniving with the mother, they agreed that they're going to cook a blessing. All the blessings that you cook in your life, they're going to come back and bite you. They're going to come back and destroy you. They're going to make you run away from home. They're going to destroy relationships. You're going to spend the rest of your life working in places you don't deserve at all, because cooked blessings are not sustainable. Jacob cooked his blessings, and his blessings were not a blessing at all. But when they cooked the blessing, the mother came up with another plan, even more critical. He says, no, you are going to put on the skin of the goat around your hands. The Bible then says when Jacob went in to his father to be blessed, the father was now blind, an old man. He touched the hands of Jacob and he says, the hands feel like Esau, but the voice feels and sounds like Jacob. There is principle number 4. You don't need to pretend to be anybody else. You need the voice to marry the hands. You need your voice of reason to marry the actions of your hand. There's no need to look and sound like. Don't be Michael Jackson. We know him. Don't try and be Rihanna and Beyonce. We know them. The question I want to ask you, who are you? For what you're trying to be has already been. God makes no photocopies. You are an original thumbprint of grace. Occupy your place and find your voice. And let your voice also be in harmony with your hands. There is no need to pretend to be this, when in fact you are that, because you want to access that. I know many young people have had to swap their skins, but the voices can never lie. They have to swap their outlook, but the internal substance is always the same. I pray that as you live your life, let the substance of your voice and the texture of your skin be able to marry together. The last principle, Jacob is blessed, takes the blessing and runs away from his home. And when the elder brother comes, the elder brother wants to kill the younger brother, but the deal had been sealed way much earlier. Because when Abel came home one day, he was too hungry for soup and could not wait for the evening. He sold his birthright for a plate of soup. So before you can judge this event of how Jacob swindled and smuggled the blessing away from Esau's hands, we need also to understand the ethics of Esau. Esau did not value long-term things for short-term things. He thought he would sell the invisible for the visible. He wanted soup that he could see. Birthright is nothing that you can see. And he thought it meant nothing. Even if I sell it, I am still remaining as an older brother. You can remain as a younger brother, even if I agree with it. But little do you know, whatever you agree with on earth, it is bound in heaven. And the agreements which you strike in the physical realm have a direct impact to what happened in the spiritual realm. When Esau sold his birthright, he lost his right with God because he loved food more than he loved his birthright. He forfeited the blessings that are eternal. His children and grandchildren were reduced to slaves of Jacob because the father's appetite for food could not be harnessed. The father's appetite for visible could not be harnessed. The father's appetite for temporal and transitory things superseded celestial and more supernatural things. In all our ways of life, it is my prayer that we'll never sacrifice long-term goals for short-term pleasure.